Well, today was a one and done trade. I was super patient during a massive move that we had, basically just straight up. This was done by 20 50K Apex funded accounts. You can use code TBM for 80% off. And let's go ahead and get into the trade. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. Welcome to another day of market movement. Markets are opening right at 25K. We're up almost a percentage point on the session, and it's going to be a good day. I actually really enjoyed the range at the end of the day yesterday until we dumped it, I think. Pretty sure we dumped it at some point, but there's a little bit of range I got into, and then see what happens today. We got yesterday's high at 25.50. Got that untested wick at 25.159 or so, 160. Got overnight highs up at 25. Value area high from yesterday, 945. VWAP down at 910. And yesterday's close way lower, 760. We'll talk about that if we actually break below VWAP or not. All right, coming into yesterday's value area high here off the dump so far. Candle's about to close out in the next 10 seconds or so. We have dumped 50 points. Is that right? Yeah, a little over 50 points. Nothing crazy. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about news. News on the session, we've got nothing. Got Besson talking right now, I guess. He's talking about China, so it's actually not nothing.
We're in close communication with our allies who have expressed similar views and who are similarly affected. The President has signaled some of the actions we are taking or may take if the Chinese implement this system of controls on the world. Mr. Secretary.
Good. Thank you, Ambassador Greer. And again, thank you all for being here at Treasury today in the midst of this shutdown. We call on the moderate Democrats in the Senate to be heroes. Be heroes. Break away from the hive of radicalism and do something for the American people, because we are starting to cut into muscle here. We believe that the shutdown may start costing the U.S. economy up to $15 billion a day, and this is a decision the Democrats are making. And one of the reasons that they are not being held to task is because the mainstream media is not coming at them the way they would have if the Republicans were willing to keep the government closed. It is a very simple decision. Mike Johnson passed a clean CR. Leader Thune has the clean CR. 3 Democrats have voted for it, and right here, right now, I am calling for the moderate Democrats to be heroes. Be heroes.
Jesus, turn this trash off.
The American people. So,
I'm only playing it until we can figure out what he's going to say about China.
It's a shame.
It's important. Obviously, he's going to throw in some cheap shots. Just like learn to grow up.
I believe that the Democrats will come to their senses soon. Maybe it's after this no kings thing, but no kings equal no paychecks. I'd like to make a few points on China. As the president has said, we want to help China, not hurt it. If some in the Chinese government want to slow down the global economy through disappointing actions and through economic coercion, the Chinese economy will be hurt the most. And make no mistake, this is China versus the world. They have put these unacceptable export controls on the entire world. China is a command and control economy, and we and our allies will neither be commanded nor controlled. They are a state economy, and we are not going to let a group of bureaucrats in Beijing try to manage the global supply chains. As Ambassador Greer said, we had a document and an agreement in Geneva, and magnets were flowing quite well. Some U.S. auto companies have called us in the past week and said that there had been a slowdown in magnets. So when we asked the Chinese about this, they said, oh, it probably had something to do with the holiday. Had something to do with the holiday. So they can't be trusted with the global supply chain. Had something to do with the holiday. Moreover, we should this should be a clear sign to our allies that we must work together, and work together we will. There will be a series of meetings this week during World Bank IMF week, and we are all aligned. Not only is China fueling Russia's war, but China's actions have once again demonstrated the risk of being dependent on them on rare earths, and for that matter, anything. If China wants to be an unreliable partner to the world, then the world will have to decouple. The world does not want to decouple. We want to de-risk. But signals like this are signs of decoupling, which we don't believe China wants. And again, we do not want to decouple. We should work together to de-risk and diversify our supply chains away from China as quickly as possible. China says that these rare earths are used in military materials and that they want to maintain peace in the world. Again, it is the purchase of Russian oil by China that fuels the Russian war machine. China buys 60% of Russian energy. They buy 90% of Iranian energy. So who is fueling the Russian war machine? We will be producing photos soon, supplied to us by the Ukrainian government, that shows Chinese parts comprise substantial amounts of Ukrainian drones. So President Trump is the leader of peace. We should work together to de-risk and diversify. China's highly provocative move comes after we've made significant efforts to de-escalate tensions. While there are substantial actions we could take, we'd rather not. I believe China is open to discussion, and I am optimistic that this can be de-escalated. Ultimately, we are confident in the strong relationship between President Trump and President Xi. We've had substantial communication with the Chinese over the past few days, and we believe that there will be more forthcoming this week. With that, we can now take your questions.
Fairly expected. Q&A still could bring something, but I doubt it. Anyways, yeah, I played that because it has to do with, obviously, all of Friday's news that dumped the market. And I think it's worth it to hear what he has to say if it's about what dumped the market as aggressively as it did. I don't think it will ever cease to amaze me. Every time we pull up any sort of political chatter in here, not a political opinion, literally political chatter that's currently happening, it never ceases to amaze me how tight people's panties are in a wad to be able to listen to something that, just to listen. When it's applicable to the markets, specifically. I really don't try and pull things up that are not applicable to the markets. In fact, I don't think I do, actually. I don't pull up anything that's not applicable to the market. All right, hanging out at VWAP still. We do have volume at 940. See if we can sweep the lows here. I am green lighted to trade. If I see anything worth taking, I will take it. 900 coming in. All right, now we have like 100 points until yesterday's close, basically. A little over 100 points and the overnight low. 740, overnight low 760, yesterday's close. Assuming that we can hold below VWAP. Yesterday's value area low for a red to green or green to red rotation there is 700, so significantly lower. All right, nice push. We just push it right back. Eat it right back up, huh? 100 points almost. 95 points. Delta is looking a little funky up here. Maybe it'll be a sweep and come back into the range. Low key, a sweep through, come back in. Might be a nice short. If Delta stays heavy. All right, there's a sweep of the overnight highs, chat. So a buy at 15 could be very interesting, or the short back below 23 or 25. Something like this would be pretty interesting. Don't really think it happens, but we'll see. Really nice push. I mean, this is a 50-point candle, chat. Last 3 minutes. Matt, how come you don't trade when the market's like this? What do you want me to do? In a non-hindsight way, what should I do? The markets are literally just going straight up without any sort of a pullback. We're guaranteed to have a pullback at some point. Whoa, just a question. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just firing a question right back to you. Literally. Apart from an overnight high breakout trade or catching a knife at VWAP, like, what are the options? Like, legitimately. It's not like I don't want to be in a trade right now, for what it's worth. But I don't see anything that's like screaming, get in a trade right now. We've just gone straight up. We've gone up 200 points without a pullback. Okay, I mean, are we just going to hold 80, chat? For real? Prior open. Right where my entry is. Question is, do we sweep it or go? All right, there's 10 points. Clean trade, happy with it. Prior open, 80s, 1.5 standard deviation. Delta holding up. The smallest of dips of all time in this 200-point move up, but still the dip. And a quick 10 points. I think the push into 100 makes sense for a 20-point push, but you can kind of see that we're kind of getting wedged in here on price action, so I'm not going to play the 100-point. I'm just going to keep it at 10. I should have said that out loud, but that's what I was thinking is like, yes, bidding 80 for the push into 100 makes plenty of sense in this current move, but it would require us actually breaking out, popping out of the wicks, and I don't know if we're going to do that or not. Therefore, take the clean, easy base hit. WTF, I left to go get coffee and you're in and out of a trade before I got back. Must have left my chair for 30 seconds. Yeah. It's the beauty of it, man. Sit around, wait, find something that you actually like and feel comfortable with, and then get in and out in under a minute. Obviously, would I have liked to have been in on this entire move to the upside? Yes. But did I feel comfortable getting in on any of it? No. I.e. the Mr. Push-Up question, right? But find something that I actually feel comfortable getting into. 80, bottom of the range, that were like little micro range, slight pullback. Delta's holding up. Get a quick 10 points out of it. On to the next. All right, chat. I'm going to get out of here. I am in a spot where I want to watch this rotate, and that's not necessarily the best idea. So I'm going to get out before I do something stupid and go take a break. I'm going to see what happens this afternoon. 11, 12, 1 time frame. See if anything interesting happens. Unless we get like really clean confirmation of a breakout. Like if we can snap below 80 and hold it, the retest of 80 I think is kind of interesting. Otherwise, like watching for a breakout of IBH, honestly. So we'll see. But overall, one and done. We just got an annihilation block at 120. One and done for me. A quick 10-pointer. Sat around and then took a trade that was 30 seconds long. And I'm ending with a green session. So nothing good or nothing bad. And honestly, I really liked the trade I took and was really patient for it. And that's all that matters. I'm leaving today, leaving this morning session feeling solid, feeling disciplined, feeling patient, and I feel aware of the fact that I want to fade this right now, and I don't want to do that. So good luck, everybody. Be smart, be patient. We'll see you tomorrow morning at market open. Don't do anything stupid, and we'll see you then. Peace.